What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Hold up. There we go. Let's get back over here. Trying out some new stuff over here. Today's video is gonna be a response. I already did the response somewhat in the comment section, but I think it's to me it's a thought-provoking question, and so I decided to make it a video. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. We'll find out. But here's the question. The question is from Mr. 707. I got this yesterday. Not really a question, I think. It's more of a statement by this individual, Mr. 707. Mr. 707 says, let's not forget that men in prison aren't there for being the best people. No disrespect, but they aren't there for being the most morally upright people who exist in both communities. So, I always, being an ex-con, I find it a trip, man, how judgmental people are. How easy it is for others to judge others. And I wonder if Mr. 707, no disrespect to you, but I wonder if you've been perfect your whole life, eh? And I do want to remind you and anyone else that thinks like Mr. 707, prisons around the world, jails around the world do have people who are completely innocent of the crime that they're convicted of. I personally know someone who did almost the exact amount of time. I know he did 24 years. I don't know if he did a little bit more than me, a little bit, but 24 years for something that he did not do. And it was one of his family members that did it, and he kept his mouth shut. And trip out on this, Mr. 707, here's a funny thing, or not even funny thing, but here's a ironic twist to your way of thinking. This individual sat down for 24 years for something that one of his family members did, right? And his family member didn't send him a penny, didn't send him a package, didn't look out for his kids, did absolutely nothing for an individual that caught a life sentence for him. So, I always tell people that are very judgmental, be careful. It's in the Bible. You will be judged the way you judge others. That's why I try not to judge nobody. I got enough flaws. I need to worry about myself and bettering myself. And then along the way, hopefully be an example to others that no matter how bad you were in your past, you can become better, right? Now, the thing that I want to point out as well here is when you say, let's not forget that men in prison aren't there for being the best people, no disrespect, but they aren't there for being the most morally upright. How many people do you know out here who are truly morally upright? I'm waiting. I'm giving some time to marinate on that. And if you want to talk about being morally upright, and I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm answering. Well, I'm responding to your statement. See, when I was a crook, when I was a criminal, I chose to live by a different set of laws, a different set of rules, and that's why when I got busted, I didn't complain. It was part of the life that I chose. And so I was morally upright when it came to my beliefs. But see, by your statement, you were trying to force societal beliefs on people who decided to be outlaws, for lack of a better word. Me being a productive member of society, me being a positive person, no longer in the criminal world, I haven't forgotten what it is to be a criminal. And so, when you say they're not morally upright, they're morally upright in their world. not morally upright in society, in the society out here, the people that want to be out here and stay out here. No, they're not living by their rules, but people know that, right? So to me, I always looked at it like, when you have people in a position of trust, like people of the church, leaders in the church, police, even like coaches and teachers, when they commit a crime, it's usually, they always commit the worst kind of crimes, if we're being honest, right? When they commit a crime, they break trust. You look to them, you trust them with your children, with your women, right? And there's a trust there. So if we're going to talk about people, morally fucked up, anyone in a position of trust, I think, is the one you should really be judging. If you want to judge anybody, I choose not to. It is what it is. I have my opinion on them, but they're gonna have to answer for whatever they do, that foul shit that those kind of people do. Hopefully here, as well as after, if you know what I mean. Now, you don't have a profile picture, so I don't know what you look like, but you do, and you're gonna watch this video, and I'm not trying to be a dick, but these are the things that for me are intriguing. How people can be so judgmental, and I always wonder how perfect you are in your life. How perfect, how it is that you have made your way through life without doing anything wrong, and being able to see the flaws in others. It's a trip out. I always trip out on people that have advice to give. You ever trip out on people like, you're going through something, or one of your loved ones are going through something, and they ask their friends for advice, right? And then you see the friends that they're asking for advice, and you're like, fuck, they don't even have their shit together. How are they going to help you? This kind of reminds me of that. Like, I always say I don't have many answers for anybody. All I know is I have life experiences. I've been through some stuff. I get on here and I share my life experiences. I share the way that I view the world and my understanding of people based on my life experiences. I don't place blame on others. I did it for a long time, everybody in prison, for the most part, they're anyways, I'm not going to get into that whole trip. That's a whole nother video in itself, but let's just let's just at least have an understanding, Mr. 707, that those people inside prison who are actually guilty of the crime they committed, or the crime that they were convicted of, they chose a different life, and the morals in that life, honestly, at times are fluid, if you understand what I mean by that. 1 second. Okay. They're fluid, but they still abide by those morals for the most part. For the most part, we hope, right? But you can't apply society's and what are society's morals at this point? That's a complete, I might have to do a live on that today. What are the values of today's society, and how are you applying them to people in prison? Maybe that's a great topic, at least to me. I'm intrigued by it. I should have wrote it down, because I'll fuck around and forget in a minute, because I'm talking to Mr. 707. I'm talking to those that think like that, as well as those who think like me. And I want to see in the comment section, with no disrespect, nobody disrespecting nobody, but how do you feel? Do you feel that what I'm trying to put out there is correct or incorrect according to your way of thinking and why. You know, if I see some bangers, I don't have that trust that they're there to protect other people. I mean, they're homeboys, yeah. Their neighborhood, yeah. But that's like, I understand what I see when I see them. But Mr. 707, you know, I've met some of the most loyal people in my entire life. I've met some of the most loyal people in there. By far the most respectful people when you're conversing with them. The most respectful people I met in there. So when you talk morals, what morals are you trying to apply, and which morals are you saying that they don't uphold? So get in the comment section, let me know, and you know, let's talk about it. That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I may do another one. I gotta run around today. I got errands to do, but I wanted to make sure I get this out to you right now. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out.